So what is the award-winning formula for 2021 when presenting logos, typography, graphic designs on Behance? Today's video explores 3 outstanding projects and what you can learn from them to turn your posts into award winners. With the way the design industry is going, learning how to prototype is a no-brainer. Instead of putting flat files in front of your team, manager or client, imagine being able to hand them a prototype that's so good it feels like a real app or a website. Now learn more about Framer later in today's video. There are 3 key aspects to today's 3 Behance projects that makes them stand out and gives them an award-winning edge. That starts right here with the R&B branding project, which right out of the gates has animated presentation that you can see right here. Now this isn't a video that needs to be clicked, it's an auto-playing dynamic animation. Having animated aspects to your projects will really set them above the rest, especially with design this neat. Then of course we have some context, and I always talk about this when regarding portfolio additions. Give the viewer a brief background of your project, the problem that needs to be resolved, and also the client. And as you can see here, this person has used both their native language and also English, which is a great touch. Also, I would like you to take note of the colours used when you scroll through this project, which leads into this next section and shows you the logo grid and the creation of the logo itself. This shows a methodical and a precise aspect to the design, allowing the viewer to think the designer is competent and highly skilled with their craft. And then some more animations, which I personally never get bored of. It's 2021 and you can bet this kind of stuff will become more common into the next year and beyond. Animations are really going to be a big thing. But yeah, moving on to this, just feast your eyes on this. The colours used here match the model with those greys and metallic silvers, and the only colour standing out as a focal point is on the shoe with that orangey pink contrast. This is a very clever way to present a colour scheme, showing the majority colour as the largest square, and then heading down through the other colours used on the projects. These are the brand colours, and the designer has added them throughout the entire Behance upload to enforce that brand's image. This, guys, is just next level. Just take a look at the editing and the graphic design skills found within this video edit. This is the kind of work that most graphic designers wish they could make, and not to mention it's presented beautifully. I could watch stuff like this all day, but let's move on down towards the flawless design here, where the model is placed in a setting that helps the brand's minimal urban sort of image. This isn't done by mistake, and the designer has taken that message from the brand and replicated it in the design here on Behance. For example, do remember the brand's colour scheme and notice how we have the dark greens, the dark greys and the silvers all within this image. Everything is just executed so brilliantly, and these subtle approaches are things that not many people take into consideration. You don't see this person just slapping up random mock-ups of the designs with spacing between each kind of upload. This is a targeted design. But yeah, the next project is really quite different, but it's still really awesome. Here is another branding project, this time for a health product out of Taiwan. Now I want you to think about the theme of this brand. Notice the brushstrokes replicating Zen Buddhism, because that is going to become an important component, as you will soon see. Again, we have some context here in their native language and also English. And okay, granted, these images are not the best quality, but they enforce a point of the product being natural and medicinal, as you will soon see. And here we do start to see some graphic design keeping in with that black and white theme, but the best is yet to come. The Zen brushstrokes I mentioned flow from the black section above down into the red as they kind of bleed downward, and this leads the viewer eye downward as you scroll through the project. And here we have the product. Now, this is a lot smarter than you probably realize. In this image, what do you see? Well, I'm going to tell you what I see. I see the backdrop being cleverly made to mimic the dark, rugged brushstrokes within the branding. I see a natural object of a stone being used to enforce the idea that the product is natural. The texture on the stone, on the backdrop, and also the box complement each other really well. It's a very well thought out, methodical presentation. And as we scroll through that presentation, you will notice this. The designers attempt to enforce the natural yet minimal idea to the viewer and the consumer, which is so very clever, and it does work. Even here, they have created brushstroke backdrops specifically for their presentation. Now this is next level showcasing, and this is how marketing does work. The whole process of creating an image and selling that image as a message to the consumer. Project number 3 is another branding project, but this time for a law company. Now this company is 70 years old, but they decided to split away from their partner company and do their own kind of thing. So they needed a rebrand, bringing them into the modern era, and boy, did this project go well. We have animations once again, and also that context. And do remember, these both work really well on Behance. Let's also take note of the color palettes. What kind of story is it telling here? We have orange, grey and white, and possibly some black too. This is what's going to be shown throughout the project, again delivering that brand message and unifying the project. These are the things you need to think of when setting up a project in Behance. The brand design is minimal, and so the project presentation is also minimal. We have minimal mockups, minimal backgrounds, and a minimal layout. If you add in something to your Behance project that conflicts with the message, the style, and the image of the brand, it's just not going to jive well with the audience. So think about that next time you make a project, tell a story and maybe throw in some neat animations too if you can. Which project did you prefer out of the 3, and what do you think of them? The sponsor of today's video, Framer, is a no-code, free-to-use tool making it easy for anyone to become a prototyper. Now, their mission is to help you get closer for real. Create your own smart components complete with multiple states without any code, as well as drop in pre-built components with the insert menu and make your own delightful custom animations 100% visually. So in just a couple of hours, you could have a new skill that helps you stand out from the crowd. Sign up to Framer for free at framer.com/Satori Graphics. And that link is down in the description box below. And until next time guys, design your future today. Peace.